What's up, guys? We have something really cool that we're doing. So as most of you know, we did a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and Mark won $275 from Team FFR, and he asked us to donate it to a local food bank. And so introduce yourself, tell them who you are, what kind of operation y'all run with the food bank, and just a brief little description of what y'all are doing this Christmas.
My name is Joe Duplan. We run a thing called Manna, and we deliver food to people that need food. We deliver all over the state. We do, Pascagoula, Gulfport, Biloxi, anybody that needs food.
That's awesome. How many families have y'all fed so far this year?
Oh, I don't know.
Tons.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, on behalf of Team FFR and Mr. Mark and Ross Fowler down in Florida, here's $275 to go towards Manna.
All right.
To bless people.
It'll be well spent.
Awesome. Well, guys, that's it. Mark, thank you. Ross, thank you. And y'all stay tuned for more giveaways like this. Y'all enjoy the video.
Amen.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm out here again getting ready to work on the pure stock. I hope everybody has had an amazing Christmas and got everything that you wanted. I know I did. Even though I had to work Christmas Day, I still had a good day when I got home to be able to celebrate with the family and to be able to be with Austin and my dad and everybody to celebrate, because that's what it's all about, is being able to be with family, to be able to be thankful that the Lord has given us breath, like my dad said in his video. I know that he was in the hospital for a while, so just being able to be together is what it's all about. So again, I pray that everybody had a great Christmas and that everybody had good time with family. But we're back out here again working on the pure stock. I'm very excited to be able to hopefully get some more body pieces off of this thing. Or not body pieces, but just to cut some more stuff off because it's all nasty. I had a lot of people reach out to me about this car in the last video and give me a lot of good advice and pointers on things I need to do. Also, some people sent me some YouTube links so that I could watch a series about this car. So we're gonna get into that a little bit later and show you guys how this frame looks, and also have come up with a game plan on what I think I'm gonna do to fix the damages that we saw in part 2. But hopefully we can get a bunch of this junk out, see the floorboard a little bit better, and just get an overall view of how this car looks and how it's tied together. But as of right now, before we get started, let's get into our driver shout out. So for our driver shout out, we have Brayton Kajewski, and he races up in Iowa at Kossuth County Speedway. I think I said that right. And he's got a little sport compact. It is a beautiful car, 28K. There's something about a yellow race car that I just love. I've never painted one yellow, except one time I had some yellow stripes. Actually, no, we did have some yellow race cars. What am I thinking? But I just love a yellow car. I think it looks really good out on the track. And Brayton hasn't had any wins this year, but he had a couple of podium finishes up there in Iowa. Really cool tracks up there. But anyways, Brayden, awesome job, man. Thanks for letting me do a driver shout out. If any of y'all are interested in doing any and letting me be able to spotlight you on our videos, shoot me an email. So let's get to work. We're gonna get these bodies pulled out. Main focus today is getting this dash out and going from there. So let's get it. Well, I got that out, and somewhat out. But all I can tell you is that I don't know if any of you guys or gals have ever worked on something this old with pot rivets as strong as the dadgum pot rivets I just made. Or I just took out, which lets me know they don't make pot rivets like they used to back in the 80s or 90s or whenever the guys built this. Because them pot rivets, unfortunately, and it's sad to say, I finally broke my first race car engineering drill bit that Bobby sent us from Chasing the Checker. It's finally gone, so I had to swap it and turn it over. But there's a ton of wires in here. I'm gonna finish cutting these out and we'll get this dash completely off, and I'll show y'all what we got on the floor. Finally got all the wires cut. Now let's get this heavy joker off. Woo! That looks a lot better. So here we go. Got all this off. You can see the dash was a pain in the butt, but my gosh, I got it. That's all that counts. So that's the pile going to the scrapyard. But as far as this goes, I now have a stock firewall. I'm gonna get in here and clean all this up, take off this, smooth it all off, make sure I get all this stuff that's pinch points, because we all know I need it. Yeah. Make sure nothing gets pinched off, but we've got a lot more room in here. Hey, there's our friendly neighborhood airboat, so y'all excuse that noise, but we've got a lot more room to see in here, and I can better explain a little bit about what we have. But before I do that, I'm gonna go get my shop vac, and I'm gonna vacuum out just this floorboard and this floorboard, and we'll come right back after I've got that cleaned, and I'll show y'all how this frame looks. Now it's starting to look a lot better. Now that I got all that nasty straw and junk out of it, you can kind of see a lot better at what we're working with now. So this is all sheet metal. Y'all can see it's got sheet metal all the way around to the front, and then runs all the way along the side down here. I don't know, hopefully y'all can see that, but that is one big piece of sheet metal. And what I want to give props to the guy who sent me this. I don't remember your name right off bat without looking back, but you know who you are. He put me on to this YouTube channel of this lady, and she built one of these from just like a stock Firebird up. Maybe hers with a Camaro. By now, after doing all my research and hearing from all you guys, they're the same chassis, so let's just call it the pure stock. But she's building one, and I've learned a lot from her, and I want to show you guys the research that I've done and learned, and show y'all what I have here, which has me feeling a lot better about this car. So this is what we've got. People told me, hey man, make sure that you tie the frames together. With it being a unibody car, if I'm not mistaken, that's what they're called, unibodies. They're two frames and they're not tied together. Well, the good news about this is this car is tied together. So right here in these cars is the frame, and this is the frame in the rear right here. I don't know if you can tell, but the frame of the car is there, and then the other part of the frame is right here, and it runs all the way along the bottom down there. Well, can you guys see what I've got here? That bar is connected. So this car, let me see if I can get a better view from right here. Here you go. This car has already been tied together. So there is the frame for the front right here, and right there it ends. And there is where this car has been completely tied together into the back frame. So I'm tied there, and not only am I tied there, but I have this X bracing that goes on an X, and then it comes up and ties into the side right here as well. You can see this bar right here. But I've got it tied together on the frame. I've got an X bar, and then I've got these extra braces that come all the way along right here. and tie this frame all together. There's no rust, there's no rot. Everything looks really nice. So with that said, even though I've got this garbage right here, which I found out is the kicker, even though this frame has been welded to this kicker, if you look right here, this piece is shooting straight down into that frame rail right here and is tied in and is landing right on top of the frame that's running. So that bar is in and it's tied to this, and this bar is tied straight down into the frame, and that is the same way on both sides. You can see right there and in the back. Also, with these being tied in to the front, that gives it a lot more strength. So I'm actually tied in 4 spots to the frame, which makes me feel a lot better about this. Now, this plate back here is welded to the frame. So right here is the frame. You can see it right there. That has been welded to it. So I know that even though I've got this rust right here, that frame rail has been welded right there. All this is welded together to that plate, which lets me know that this weld point right here is okay. It's solid. The only one that's not any good, well, it's good, it's just not up to most standards, is that this has been welded to this kicker. Now, this weld is rusted out. So all I feel like I need to do to make this thing better is to fix this front, I guess you could call it A-pillar bar. I'm not gonna cut it. I'm not gonna take and cut any of that out. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna just come in here, cut this bar out, cut this bar out, cut this one, and this one. Then I'm gonna take and I'm gonna add from the frame under here, I'm gonna add some roll bar and some plate and come cut this out and build me a support for this to land on that's all tied into the front and then tied into this good piece here. But everything's gonna come off the frame. I may build some kind of hoop system or something like that. I feel like that may be okay, but we're gonna see. If not, what I may do is take this bar and build me some kind of A-frame brace looking thing in here and plate it real good from the frame and come back out and then maybe add an extension. But I feel okay about it, seeing that I've got all these tying points. I mean, this is tied into here, which is tied into the back, which is tied into the frame here. So I feel like it's pretty safe for this car. I could be wrong. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the way that this car is tied together and how everything is mounted securely in here, that it was done right, even though I do wish that both of these bars would have landed somewhere in here. But with it having this really good brace and bar, that makes me feel a lot better. But I do want to figure out some way to get all this junk out and somehow build like a roll bar that maybe goes at an angle in here, runs along this kicker, and then goes back to the back, something like that. But all in all, I feel like it's pretty good. I feel pretty accomplished with getting this out because I can now move forward with getting the inside clean. In the next video, I'm gonna try to tackle all this back, get the fuel cell out, get the bumper off, get all the sheet metal off, because them dadgum pot rivets are a booger, man. Them things will take forever to get out. But progress is progress. I'm happy about it. Sorry about the airboats. They're kind of loud, especially because I can literally see the trees blowing in the wind over there. But they're fun to ride. We've got a lot of content coming out soon. K9 and Austin are working on the loaner car, I guess we're calling it, the 221R. And Pops, he's got his video of his motor work that he's done. So them are exciting. Travis should be getting some videos out soon. And also Wayne's got a really cool update on his car. So everything's coming along pretty good. And then on top of that, I will be getting Wyatt's Legend Body off. But y'all don't forget about our merch. We have hats and shirts. We also are doing our $50 one-time fee for next year if you want to be a part of our private Facebook group to give y'all behind the scenes stuff throughout the week. Other than that, that's all I have for y'all today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all so much for y'all support. We'll catch you guys in the next one.